Hi guys, Neil at Italia Autos here. Welcome back to another episode on my channel. In this episode we're going to be dismembering the GTV V6 behind me. This is a part of the restoration for the GTV on top there. So we shall be working on that next week. But this week, well today basically, going to be stripping the rest of this off. I need to take all the suspension off it, all the subframes, engine, brakes, exhaust, get it down to its bare shell, get it loaded on my trailer and get it gone to the scrapyard so I can have plenty of room to start stripping that one down. Hi guys, yeah, this car was fairly straightforward to take apart. There was no major issues in doing so. It's had a lot of modifications to it, so a lot of them hadn't been on the car for very long. So I didn't suffer with any seized or snapped bolts on this one. Starting by taking the exhaust off, removing the handbrake cables and ABS and brake cables now, so I can drop that subframe straight down in one complete go. It's going to make it a lot easier in the long run, refitting it to the donor cart. They're equal length downpipes. Again, very easy to take off. That's all the exhaust off the car now. Now on to removing the drive shafts and the hubs from the car so I can drop the complete subframe down. Again, a lot easier to remove it all in one go than it is to put it all off separately. It saves a lot of time. It's a lot easier to take it all apart when the car's on the floor as well, especially when it comes to removing hubs and wishbones and things like that. So when I refit it, I will remove the hubs and the suspension separately and then fit them together so they're on the car. I can then bleed all the brake system up and then put the subframe back on once the engine's been removed, refitted. These are two of the most annoying bolts on the whole of the GTV. That one I'm undoing now is a pain because you can't get a ratchet in there, so you're in there with a spanner. And as it's a 24mm, I haven't got a ratchet spanner, so it does take forever to get these bolts out. Removing the transmission tunnel now, so I can drop it down and then remove the front subframe. Front subframes are dead easy to remove, so it's a lot easier to take any engine out at the bottom with this style subframe because it's literally 10 minutes work and you can have a subframe off. And there we go, get my forklift there to drop the subframe onto it. Just removing the top suspension bolts now. And the strut brace. We're nearly ready for this subframe to drop down. Just knock those drive shafts out. This one was a bit stubborn, to be honest. It didn't want to come out that easy, so it did take quite a while to knock that out. And I need to raise it up a bit so the drive shaft's nice and straight to pull that out, and it does eventually come out nice and easily. A few more loose bolts to remove. The drive shaft on the other side, and I think we're pretty much good to go now. It was nice that the customer had already removed quite a lot of the engine bay, so all I needed to remove was a few water connections, a few engine mounts, and a few wires, and down it came. This didn't take long to do at all. When all your air box is in and all your air conditioning stuff, the bolts to remove the 3 which hold the engine mount on are really difficult to get to, so I always just undo the 17 or 19mm nut which just connects the mount to the engine brace, or gearbox brace should I say. And I think we are nearly ready to drop the engine. Just a few more connections and down that will come. So there you go. I'll leave you to watch the rest of the video in peace and find out what we find at the end of the video. Right, everything's now removed. Engine, suspension, exhaust, rear subframe, everything's gone. Didn't really run into many problems. I did forget to remove the positive cable as I was pulling the engine down, but I managed to catch it before it caused any damage. So that's all done. What I am going to do is remove the power steering, and I'm also going to remove the brake master cylinder, just in case the one on the donor car is seized, as it hasn't been used in so long. So just taking a few precautions. So let's have a look at this chassis now and see how bent it is. To all the Alfa haters out there, this car's held up pretty well over the years. For a 22-year-old car, the only part on the floor is twigs, bits of tree and dirt. The chassis has held up pretty well. We do have a hole forming here, which is not bad for a 22-year-old car. And the only major issue from the accident is there. Can you see that? Considering that that's the side that wasn't impacted too hard from what I can tell, and it's properly kinked, that chassis leg. So definitely game over for this one. There was no way I'd be prepared to put this one back on the road. It's also kinked all there as well, if you can see that through the sunlight. So let's have a look at the engine I've removed now. We can see bits of debris all around the engine. Nothing major, nothing that I could see could cause many problems other than debris down there, but that can all get cleaned out. We do have a build-up of water inside the engine mount, and it's got quite rather rusty. Lots of dirt around the belt area, and also on this pulley that has been turning with the engine going because it's all been flattened to the pulley. So the engine was definitely turning when it hit the tree. So we do need to triple check that the engine's okay. And one other reason I've seen the engine was turning is the belt at the top here. You can see where the belt has come away, and there's also gouge marks in the belt. So I will be very worried about the engine timing on this car. Hopefully it's just made the belt rub and not made it skip a tooth, because it can damage valves quite easily with just one tooth being out. So I am a little bit concerned at the minute. But we shall have a look when we strip it down ready to do the cam belt. Right, there we go. That's enough for this episode. Donor car is ready to be scrapped now. We do have some issues with the engine, and we'll try and get through those in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next episode.